Namanda, 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 Namanda. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our family service today. It's nice to have everyone here and they're joining each other for this special service. So I'd like to introduce our chairpersons for today. And this is Butsu and Nen, and they are new to our temple, but they're long-time Buddhists, and you can see they have their onenju on, carrying them creatively, a little bit different than we normally do, but they are here and ready for service. They're a little young and little, so they don't need to wear their masks, but they were concerned and wanted to remind everyone to continue to wear your masks wherever you go, to be safe for yourselves and everyone around you. So with that, we will begin our service. I'd like to describe the service order for you. We're going to have the reading of the Golden Chain, and then the Raisanmon. Then we'll have the Sambujo chanting, and the Juseige, Nembutsu, and Ekoku will complete the chanting portion of our service, and then I'll be back for our Dharma message, the Howa. Okay, so with that, we will begin with the Golden Chain. Please join me. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Raisanmon. Ninjin ukegatashi imasure ni uku, Buppo kikigatashi imasure ni kiku, Konomi konjo ni mukatte tosezun wa, Sarani izure no sho ni mukatte kakonomi o dosen. Daishu mono tomo ni shishin ni sambo ni kieshi tatematsuru beshi. Mizukara butsu ni kieshi tatematsuru. Masani negawakuba shujo to tomo ni daido taige shite mujoi o okosan. Mizukara ho ni kieshi tatematsuru. Masani negawakuba shujo to tomo ni 深く共存に入りて知恵海のごとくならん。自らそうに消えし立てまつる。まさに願わくば主情とともに大衆を通りして一切無下ならん。無常人人未明の方は百千万号にも愛をことかたし。我今検問し従事することを得たり、願わくば如来の真実義を消し立てまつらん。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、三部上、中世下。
One.
Namanda, 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 Namanda. 小悪道 Namanda, 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 Namanda. Good morning again, everyone. Nice to have everyone here. Today, we have newcomers here as our guest chairpersons, Butsu and Nem. And like I mentioned earlier, they are new to our temple, but long-time Buddhists, and you can tell that because they have their onenju that they wear. They used to be called ojuzu, which means counting beads, and now they're called onenju, which is more to our tradition, mindfulness beads. And so we are mindful of the Buddha. And so I think this is intriguing to them to come to a Jodo Shinchu temple where rather than just practicing their own mindfulness, we are asked to be mindful of Amida. And there's a relationship with us and Amida. So they are familiar with the terms. If I introduce them the other way, of course, they are Nembutsu. And as I introduce them, Butsu and Nem, of the Buddha, and to be mindful. So to be mindful of the Buddha. And so they are trying to learn what Amida has to do with their mindfulness practice. And this is kind of what we are all trying to learn as we come to practice Namo Amida Butsu, saying this in gratitude for any and every reason, and to be able to, through that, recognize and acknowledge all our connections to so many things, our relatives and beyond our relatives, to everything, our car, our homes, the water we drink, food we eat, the air we breathe, and all these things are our pets and our animals. So many things constitute our lives, and not just our human relationships, but all our relationships to everything, and to encompass all of this is what we're calling Amida. So they're starting to get it, but they are intrigued. So I'm sure they'll be back again. So very nice to have them. Because they are Buddhists, they are happy to help and to contribute to our services. And I think we have that kind of heart and mind from all Buddhists to share with each other, to be supportive and kind to all beings and to help wherever they can. So they are here just jumping right in to help us with our service, even though this is something new to them. So they are here in kind of exploring. So for today's message, I had some thoughts in mind, but then I came across an article very recently, and kind of food for thought for all of us to think about. And there was the author of the article, I don't know him, but Mata Busby, and he was writing that the United Kingdom Ministry of Defense is starting to incorporate this mindfulness practice to help in the training of their soldiers. What do you think about that? So we hear more and more about mindfulness meditation, mindfulness training these days, and to be able to utilize that, whether it's in a classroom or at, a lot of major corporations are taking time in their training to practice, take some time out of the day for their employees to practice mindfulness. And this is supposed to, and I'm sure it does, help them in their productivity, to them to be more focused on their work and not so distracted and disoriented, and staying focused on the job at hand. And so this is all in order to promote their productivity at work. And I think it's a little bit different from, lots of times you also hear about multitasking and to do a lot of different kinds of things at the same time, but they've also shown that that's kind of distracting and kind of scattering of energy and where your mind is able to focus And so this mindfulness meditation lets you focus in and stay focused on your job, settled and focused, whatever that might be. So in this article, they're talking about using this mindfulness training for their soldiers, so they could be more focused on what they do as soldiers and aware of their situation, settled and calm, whatever they need to do. And this pretty much makes sense, but it's also kind of a watered down version of what Buddhism really teaches, and kind of making it a product. And the concern there is they're making them mindful of what? For them to be better soldiers, for them to be better killers. And so this certainly goes against the Buddhist thoughts of ahimsa, to not bring harm to any beings, not just other human beings, but to all beings, animals and plants as well. And so this is a different, just taking a portion of what Buddhism teaches and to use it as something to benefit their purpose, right? And a lot of the mindfulness training that goes on that you see it taught at adult classes and numerous places. And although it could be helpful and beneficial, a lot of it in the same way turns it into a commodity, into a product that you can market and make some money off of. And so it might be helpful, but at the same time, it's not really taking the whole picture of what Buddhism has to offer, right? So one psychologist was looking at this type of training in the military, and he thought certainly it could be very helpful. You think of a young, maybe a older teenager, 20-year-old going off to war and come back traumatized, and to suffer from post-traumatic syndromes and how he can cope with the rest of his life. And many people come and have a very difficult time to get back into society. They might need medication, they might turn to other drugs, alcohol abuse and things like this, and for them not to take that path, but to utilize mindfulness training so they can refocus their energies in a positive manner. And in this way, that can be very beneficial. But again, we're looking at one part, just a small part of what Buddhism has to offer. And the Buddha actually talked about this whole picture, holistic approach of how to live, how to approach the world, And it seems like we've left out of the equation the teachings of interdependence, teachings of compassion, and just to focus on this calm, relaxation, focus, mindfulness, and to use that to maybe attack and to kill. So what do you think about that? Something to think about, huh? What are your thoughts? What comes to mind there? So when we think about this, I can recall Reverend Ken Yamada very recently, and some of our members have watched that Higashi and Nishi Honganji traditions and how they developed together under one school and separated and took different paths, but at the same time here we have Nishi Honganji, Higashi Honganji, our members and youth play basketball with each other and share things at the temples. And so Yamada Sensei was talking about wars in Japan, and earlier times our temples were kind of built like castles, like fortresses, and there were wars going on. And so he was telling us in his session about Nichiren, Buddhist warrior monks attacking Honganji and the warrior monks there. And so as they were attacking, they're chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, to focus on their mindfulness to be a soldier, to be attacking, and to consider, this has been done before. It's not something new in England, but Yamada Sensei was saying he has understood that Honganji warrior monks as well, some of them would chant Namo Amida Butsu when they went to battle and attacked other places, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, to focus their minds and their mindfulness and their stability. So, this is not something that's happened before. And maybe what came to my mind is the 442 soldiers, maybe they had this focus of mind that came from years of their families being Buddhist and not deliberately practicing that, but maybe that was a part of their being that could make them successful in war. And so, but to change that from something you grew up with to something as a product that you can sell and incorporate into business or military excursions, I think that's something totally different than what Buddhism is trying to provide for us. So anyway, it's a very interesting article, and I hope you can think about it just a little bit and to consider again, what does the Nembutsu mean to you? And what should it mean in society? Okay? So with this, I would like to close our family service today and say thank you to our chairpiece people, Butsu and Nen Butsu. And so thank you again. Please come up in Oshoko here or there at your homes. And thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your joining us today. Thank you.